Hello, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Carlene.
And I'm Jay. We are also known as Jaylene.
On this channel, we recap and provide our reviews for Married at First Sight.
Today we'll be reviewing episode 9, Wigging Out.
Welcome to our first-time viewers, and welcome back to those who have been with us before. Thank you to those who subscribe, but if you haven't already, please do so now, and remember to click that notification bell. Let's start off with Emily and Brennan. Emily met with a friend, and she told her how things changed from the wedding until now and how Brennan doesn't like to open up on camera. Her friend was glad that she was giving her husband the space to sort out his feelings, and Emily was looking forward to moving in with Brennan and hoping that things will get better soon. The couple finally moved into the apartment. I thought it was crazy how Brennan watched his wife going in and out of the apartment and didn't even offer to help her move anything.
I had a big issue how she has a hurt wrist, and I don't know how many times she came up and down the stairs or elevator lugging in all this stuff, and he's just sitting there like a piece of crap. So I'm like, if you really care for her and you were interested and invested in this marriage, I would think you would actually help her out and it'll be less trips for her. So I'm like, is he not raised right? Or is he just a douche?
In his confessional, Brennan talked about being overwhelmed by Emily's things, and he also talked about not wanting to get a divorce, so he is unsure what to do. Then they started talking about the morning routine and showering. So Brennan says that he takes short showers unless he has a lot of processing to do. At first, I didn't know what he was talking about. I was like, processing what? His hair? Then I realized he was thinking. So Emily, I hope that there's another bathroom because he's going to do a lot of processing in that bathroom. The couple went into a costume store, and Emily was like, we need to come up with a theme for the housewarming party. And I was surprised when Brennan was actually making suggestions. Then they looked like they were having fun trying on wigs, and Emily was giving Brennan compliments all the way. And Brennan did say that he liked one of Emily's wigs. So I guess that's a step up. But I can see where Emily was being too demanding, telling Brennan that he couldn't take the wig off and how she thinks that the party will make the week better. Back in the apartment, they were setting up for the party. So Brennan looks like he was trying to ease up and they were trying on wigs. And I think Emily is putting too much on this party. She thinks that it will solve all their problems. So for them to get along and to have a good time, the couple have to become Veronica and Jimmy. Well, that's when Brennan gives his wife the most compliments. They were happy when friends start arriving. Brennan makes sure to offer Emily's friends alcohol immediately, and Brennan was so happy when his friends arrived. When Brennan, Jimmy, or whoever was meeting with Emily's friends, we all knew that it wasn't going to go well. Were they all drunk? The sad part is it's the first time that they're meeting, and you know how important first impressions are. Emily was happy to meet with Brennan's friends, and she was honest with his friends and is unsure if Brennan is ready for this type of commitment. Her friends were ready to go in on Brennan. So when he talked about being a given person, one friend asked if he helped Emily when she was moving. Brennan tried to justify not helping his wife move because it's not real life. I kind of like when they were going back and forth about taking the food out the oven and putting it on trays. I felt like I was watching a murder mystery and you have to pay close attention to the details. The friends were just pointing out how he wasn't helping Emily, well, at least not enough.
I didn't understand how you were saying it was not real life. That just made no sense to me, but he's stupid to begin with. The friends, I can understand how they went in on him. I don't understand how he felt attacked overall. They were going in on him, but my thing was Emily said on the after party that she didn't give them great detail about the stuff that was going on there. She was very vague. So when the friend Alex said that he makes it difficult to shoot the show, I'm like, what exactly did Emily say to make her come out with that response? Because he got very offended when she said that. One, that tells me there's some truth in that, because you wouldn't get that upset because you don't like filming to begin with, which I don't know why you're on this show knowing that's part of the process. I don't mind the ladies going in and putting a foot in his ass because he deserves it, based on what we've seen of him on camera so far. I had no problem with them going in on him, just based on the stuff we've seen. I wouldn't think they would go on him that hard unless they knew all the details. So I wonder what was going on between Emily and her friends. We were conversating back and forth as far as the details. But he needs to be slapped in the face, thrown down some stairs, something, because he makes no damn sense.
After the party, Emily talked about liking Brennan's friends, but he didn't feel the same way about her friends. And like you said before, Brennan told her how he felt attacked and he had to stand up for himself. So Emily apologized for her friend's behaviors, and Brennan liked how Emily supported him and his decision to defend himself and the marriage.
I also forgot that these two ladies were not actually at the wedding, so I would think on his end, he would probably try to be more polite and respectful and kind of just answer the questions. He just got so defensive and they were kind of in a calm tone for me, where they're trying to get to know him, but also point out, like, get to the root of why aren't you doing X, Y, and Z. So when he starts getting defensive and making up excuses, that just tells me, one, you're not into it, and why are you really on the show? Are you on the show to get females as the show is airing and after it airs to get your 15 minutes of fame, or what? So I'm very curious, because I believe on the after party, Keisha Knight, she said after, I think he was on like maybe the first or second week of the after party, after that he's declined to come back on the show. So I'm like, did you decline because you know you look like an ass and everybody's gonna put their foot in your ass by the way you're acting?
Clare and Cameron. Clare surprised Cameron at work with a snack. Clare was impressed that her husband is able to run a business, and you can tell Cameron is passionate about his career. Then he invited his wife to repair a bike with him. In her confessional, Clare is finding her husband attractive and hopes that it will grow. As the couple was getting ready for their housewarming party, they reverted back to the wedding day. Poor Clare was killing herself trying to blow up those balloons, and Cameron didn't even order the food. In his confessional, Cameron talked about Clare's stress not being about the food, but about him meeting her friends. So she did seem highly stressed because everything wasn't going as planned, and Cameron seemed like he could care less. And also we learned on the after party, Clare thinks that Cameron didn't make an effort for her to meet his friends because they backed out at the last minute. So the food arrived early, and Clare wanted to know if Cameron warmed it up, and he told her that the oven was warm, but she didn't believe that the food was warm. Then Cameron suggests that his wife put her arm in the warm oven. The couple was able to laugh about it in the end. How are they going to serve their friends old dry food? I'm glad that they were able to laugh about it. It was getting so tense. One of Clare's friends arrived, and apparently the friends are all therapists. I think the friend was playing when she asked Cameron about the relationship with his father. In her confessional, Clare was surprised that Cameron brought up that heavy topic in public. First of all, the friend did ask. If he lied now, it wouldn't be good later on. Second of all, what have you all been talking about if you don't know about his ill father who doesn't know that his son is married at first sight?
As far as Claire being more attracted to Cameron, I want to know, have she told him that? Because if she's not giving any type of sign or a signal that he can pick up on, because guys are not good at picking up signals from females about if they're into them or not, I feel that's one reason why he doesn't share that much, because he feels that she may not be interested in him at all. So I feel she could either vocalize or kind of give him little signals letting him know that she's interested or becoming more attractive. I think that can go a long way. But their communication styles are too far off. They're never aligned. So I think this was a bad match. So it looks okay here and there as far as when they are off on the same page, they can communicate. Whereas like, okay, I feel this way, this happened, this is how I took it or perceived it. They're good at that aspect after the fact, but yeah, they're I don't have high hopes for this couple.
Claire talked about feeling all the emotions so far in the marriage. I don't think Claire was liking Cameron's responses when interacting with her friends, only when he said that she's always right. Cameron was happy to meet with Claire's therapist friends and didn't care if they were going to psychoanalyze him. He just wanted answers. Both Cameron and Claire think the other one is smart, so that's great. But Claire is unsure if being smart and having respect for each other will be enough to keep the marriage together. Cameron says that the relationship is taking an emotional toll on him, and Claire also brought up religion and kids. After the housewarming party, Claire shared how she didn't like how Cameron brought up his dad in front of guests, and he said she asked. Claire said she asked too, but it was right after they said, "I do," and he didn't say anything there because it wouldn't be an appropriate time. So Claire is hurt that Cameron didn't say anything sooner. Becca and Austin. The couple was out with Becca's friends for her birthday. The friends wanted to know about their communication. So Becca pumped up her husband, and that was nice knowing that Austin doesn't like to talk about anything. When Austin removed himself from the table after the awkward sex question and almost choked, her friends were very impressed with him. That's a good sign. You know they only want what's best for their Becca. The couple was getting ready for their housewarming party when Austin's friend arrived first. Then all the friends arrived and they loved their apartment. Becca and Austin looks like a happy married couple. They were hugging and laughing. Austin didn't spare no time asking Becca's friends important questions about not being an ex-boyfriend, but in his case, an ex-husband. Communication was the advice a friend told him. Austin looks scared because he doesn't want to go further than surface level in conversations. When Becca was talking to Austin's friend, she said how things are going well. She was concerned with the time of Austin getting back to her with topics, but she's happy when he does. And Austin's friend told Becca that religion isn't the driving force for Austin.
I don't really have much for this couple right now. They're boring because they're going at a steady pace. My issue is always with Austin. It's like he needs to open up a little more. I don't know what happens behind the scenes. It looks like she's ready just to throw him the draws, but he ain't trying to take it for whatever reason. And when they're at the little luncheon with the friends, they waited till he leaves to ask that kind of question. So my thing is she healed enough now to have sex? And like, have she let him know that? Because she apparently is taking it on his timetable. So I'm like, does he even want to even know what she said that he said? They want to build a better foundation, blah, blah, blah. But they seem pretty yoked together. So if they hooked up by now, that wouldn't have surprised me. And I wouldn't have a problem with that because they seem like they're a good fit. Outside of he don't like to talk about nothing. So we'll see how far that can go.
Lauren and Orion. I was surprised to see them, after what happened the last time. So Lauren met with her family and Orion met with a friend. Orion told his friend how he didn't want to be 1 foot in and 1 foot out, since the romantic interest was gone. And Orion also said how his mother and sister were disappointed that he didn't get what he wanted out of this process.
I wasn't surprised to see Lauren because the traumatic stress she's going through right now. But man-child, I did not want to see him. I can give a crap less. I can give a monkey's right nipple about how he feels and how hurt he claims to be. I just wish we don't see him no more. I don't even want to see him on the reunion. He's wasting everyone's time. He is a child who's never been on this show to begin with. And if you're hurt like you say you are, why are you laughing, smiling, kikiing with your friend about this topic? And I really want to know what he told his mom and sister. Because if he told them the real story, I'm sure they would have had a different response. Because one is all his fault. Yes, she says something, but she apologized and she was not malicious. But this piece of crap, man-child, I'm not even calling him by his name. He's going to be man-child from now on.
Lauren talked about not wanting the divorce, but supporting Orion's decision. She experienced all the emotions and was able to feel all the feelings. Pain and resentment were some of those emotions. Orion told his friend how he had genuine feelings for Lauren and how it hurts, and that's why he hasn't started dating again. And Lauren was thinking that she could, work it out, and was disappointed that she didn't have a partner who felt the same way. Her family was very supportive of her and letting her know that a successful marriage is more than one person making an effort. So Lauren's sister wasn't having that, and she was not afraid to blame Orion for everything. Well, that's all we have for episode 9. What are your thoughts on episode 9? We love to hear from you. Please put your thoughts in the comments. Please continue to like and comment. Subscribe if you haven't already. Remember to click that notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos.
Later, everyone.
Bye.